Hello, hello, Hidden Hermit here. There's a Seven of Wands. Here's another Seven of Wands. There's a Mars in Leo, which is the Seven of Wands. And here is another Seven of Wands. This is the Seven of Wands from the Bohemian Gothic. And what the proverbial devil is going on here? So, when you think about the Seven of Wands, you think about courage and valor. You think about standing up for what you believe in, fighting the good fight, as it were. And the Bohemian Gothic loves to just kind of put a little twist on the established meanings of the cards, if you like. So you have this rather grim-looking demon fella that's reaching out of a rather gothic-looking window. Could be a church, could be anything really. And that image of being attacked by six wands here. The image is very similar to what we're used to, and he does indeed have his vantage point, although I'm uncertain as to how whether leaning out of a window is necessarily a vantage point, but he is definitely got the high ground. And interestingly, whereas he's being attacked by, let's face it, they're sticks. The demon dude has a flail or a mace flail, whatever you'd like to call it. I like to call it spiky ball thingy, spiky ball chain thingy. There you go. That's what it's called. So yeah, the what we are used to, the Seven of Wands, is very much portrayed in this image. This idea of being backed into a corner and yet having slightly the upper hand. I mean, I like to think of the Seven of Wands as when it comes up in readings that the seeker or the querent is actually right to fight the fight. They're either in the right or that they're coming from a place of dignity and strength, and that is indeed the vibe I get. And he does indeed have the upper hand. Not only is he leaning out this fortified a window, but he has the spiky ball chain thingy against some sticks. So dude's gonna win, I reckon. The odds are in his favour. However, the Bohemian Gothic, in its infinite wisdom, and always likes to give you that shadow side of the card with a deeper, darker meaning, if you like, which I think is rather charming. Well, I actually do. I think it's kind of cute, and at the same time very profound. So the darker meaning of the Seven of Wands suggests that perhaps you are indeed this person, but you're picking a fight because you know you're going to win. You know that you're either in the right, so you go out of your way to cause trouble with people that you feel that you are stronger against. You enjoy the fight. You enjoy stirring trouble. You enjoy getting into a punch up. You're quite aggressive in nature, perhaps. Maybe you're being a bit forceful. Indeed, you've got boundary issues, perhaps. You're forcing yourself into somebody's space, if you like. I can't quite believe the language I'm using here, but there you go. I think it vibes well with that shadow side, and that's a bad thing. I mean, let's face it. If you go out of the way to pick on people, that's basically bullying. So the Bohemian Gothic has turned the Seven of Wands into valor to bullying, basically. But it's an interesting idea. It's not an idea that I've actually come across with reversals. A lot of the time, the reversal of the Seven of Wands is perhaps, for example, if you turn that upside down, then perhaps you don't have the upper hand. Perhaps, despite the fact that you are in the right, you're still going to lose. Perhaps you're kind of martyring yourself to a cause. But the Bohemian Gothic likes to latch onto this idea that the mean-spiritedness is coming out on you, and it kind of vibes well with Mars in Leo as well. That sort of will and force through that personal justification, if you like. It's a grim message, but it's something that needs consideration, I think. Now, let's be honest. Is there anybody out there in the world ever that has not succumbed to that kind of feeling of superiority? Perhaps, taken on the role of the bully, perhaps. And yeah, I think it's one of those things that you need to think about. You need to look at yourself, because that's how we learn, isn't it? That's how we learn. Now, this video is meant to be somewhat short, so I'm going to leave it at that, at that philosophical clanger, if you like. Where in your life have you been this dude and doing it out of spite, perhaps, out of meanness? The Bohemian Gothic always has another idea to throw at you. It gives you that some further ways to think about, some further ways to consider card, I think it's called, and it's asking, so who are brandishing these wands? Why are they doing it? And, why have they got an issue with you? Which again is another good question. Lots of good questions coming from the Bohemian Gothic. So that's the Seven of Wands from the Bohemian Gothic. A bit snarly. Thank you very much.